Good morning, children. Today, the topic we are going to discuss is from the English literature. It is from your book, Beehive for Class 9. The name of the topic is The Road Not Taken by the poet Robert Frost. I'm Ria Banerjee, so let's begin today's session. Before we begin, we must know about Robert Frost. So let's see. Robert Frost was an American poet who was much admired for his vivid descriptions of rural life. According to Britannica.com, Robert Frost wrote his poem The Road Not Taken, the poem which we are going to study today, as a joke about his friend. So here is a picture of Mr. Robert Frost, and these are some of his notable works, out of which for the New Hampshire he won the first Pulitzer Prize. So let's begin. What can you see in this picture? You can see a yellow wood or a yellow colored wood where all the leaves have fallen and the color of the leaves are yellow or brown. So let's see. The name of the poem is The Road Not Taken. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry, I could not travel both. And be one traveler, long I stood and looked down one as far as I could, to where it bent in the undergrowth. Well, so let's begin the analysis of the poem. So let's see, two roads diverged in a yellow wood. Diverged means go separate ways. Even in the background picture also you can see that the two roads are getting diverged. Diverged means separated. In a yellow wood. Yellow wood means it seems that the leaves have turned lifeless and yellow, depicting the autumn season. Well, as I have already told you, next see. And sorry, I could not travel both. Now, class, can you tell me, can you travel at the same time to different places? Two different places or two different roads you cannot travel at the same time? So, the similar dilemma is seen in the traveler, or rather in the poet. He is feeling sorry. So, the poet feels sorry because he cannot travel on both the roads and looked down as far as I could. So, he tried to look down at both the wood, both the roads, to where it bent in the undergrowth, to where it had gone, or the roads had gone into a dense forest. The meaning of undergrowth is a dense growth of shrubs and other plants. So now we are going to discuss about the literary devices used in the poem. So let's look at the literary devices. First, we should know what is the rhyme scheme of the poem. But do you know what is rhyme scheme? Rhyme scheme is the basic pattern of rhyme at the end of each line. So let's look at the lines properly and the last word. In the first line, the last word is would. Second line, both. Third line, stood. Fourth line, could. And the fifth line, undergrowth. We can see that the first line, third line, and fourth line has a similar type of rhythm in the words, like would, stood, could. So, here, according to the pattern of rhetoric and literary devices, we have kept it in format like A, B, A, B. Just look at the word both and undergrowth. It also has the same rhythmical device. Now, let's see the words. Let's start explaining again. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood. Two roads, as I have already told you, the two roads symbolizes the two choices in our life, and the poet is finding it difficult to make a choice. So, as a traveler, he stood there for a long time, determining in which way he should go to continue his traveling. As he was thinking, he notices that one of the roads bent in the trees and shrubs and finally disappeared. So it means that he was standing in front of the two roads and he was simply thinking on which way he should move on. So now let's move on to another literary device, that is the word metaphor. So here you can see the words I have once again explained. So let's see what is a metaphor. A metaphor simply states one thing is different from its literal meaning. Let's look at the picture once again, as I have already written on the side. Let's see. In the poem, two roads diverged in a yellow wood. The word roads is actually symbolizing the choices of our life. For example, if you are studying in your 10th or 12th, you have to decide in which career path you are going to go. You are going to choose as your career option. At that time, you don't have several choices. You have to make only one choice of your own. So let's read it what we have. Roads, the two roads that diverge, symbolize many choices of our life. It's just a sweet example of an extended metaphor. Similarly, people cannot foretell the future. The poet also is unable to see what lies ahead on each path. So, finally, let's summarize the poem. The first stanza. See, look at the picture. Just imagine that you are also standing in front of two roads, or rather, you have many choices in life. Some of you want to become a scientist, maybe an artist, maybe a singer, a journalist, a lawyer, engineer, or a doctor. But only you can choose one path. And similarly, the speaker in the poem or the poet in the poem is trying to convey the meaning. Let's summarize. The speaker stands in the dense woods, comes across a fork. Fork here means a diversion in the road. The first stanza of the poem symbolizes the different choices and situations we face in our life. Here, the poet cannot decide which road to take to continue his journey, since it's definitely not possible for him or even for us to travel both the ways or to get both the choices at the same time. So, students, I hope you have understood and you have learned the poem, the first stanza of the poem. In the next videos, we are going to continue with the other stanzas and other literary devices used in the poem. Thank you.